Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 3 here today on the channel. We have episode 6 of my Immortal Empire series. Unfortunately, we're going to start things off getting war decked by a bunch of factions. Firstly, Durthu and the Wood Elves and Throg. So hopefully we can overcome, let's say, these new adversaries. So if you'd like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Alright, this is what we currently control and occupy as the Empire. We're going to be continuing our war against Bretonia here today, but unfortunately the Wood Elves and more Norscan tribes have united against us. We do have that military alliance with Kislev, so we are going to be able to create an outpost in one of their lands, ideally to get those juicy bear riders. But we're going to have the siege and assault of the Bretonian capital here today, so we're under the pump a little bit. And hopefully, we can come out on top. Now, I think this is the best place to recruit an outpost, which is kind of surprising in the southern Oblast. You'd think that, like, Kislev itself would naturally be able to recruit more units. So Durthu has marched south from his woodland realm, and he's at besieged Grunberg. Now, that's quite annoying because they're really quite close to Altdorf. They have two full stacks here at the moment. It sucks that the Wood Elves have marched against us when we're at war with Bretonia now. Obviously, we've got the natural enemies of various beastmen and chaos demons and stuff. But yeah, now that there's like two law-friendly factions going to war against me, it's really going to be tough. So we've got an army from Slovenia heading on over. Karl Franz. I still want to try and wrap up this war against Bretonia as quickly as possible. And then I guess we go against our new enemy, the Wood Elves. They have been corrupted, potentially. But anyway, hopefully we can be successful in this war against Bretonia. A lot of good territory, very habitable for us, and resource rich. Alright, so we're only a turn away from Grunberg, but it's probably going to fall, which is a shame. It'd be quite a shock losing a settlement in Reichland. So let's move this army down. Now, it probably could retake the settlement if we want, but we do have to be a little bit cautious. We do have tier 2 armies, I would say, mid-tier armies. We've got decent amount of artillery and great swords. Plenty of crossbows. Alright, so let's get Karl Franz to besiege the Bretonian capital. We could build some siege equipment. Let's move this secondary army up. Or maybe we're more than capable enough just to attack it. Yeah, particularly now with those reinforcements. Alright, let's get stuck into the siege of Kiron. Nice, so let's move my cannon to try and target the gateway. And if we can take Leon-Leoncoeur's capital, that would be a massive blow to the Bretonian war effort. Okay, so let's form things up. First time attacking Bretonia and their capital in Warhammer 3. Karl Franz will send on in. Let's start the battle and let's get our great swords up. 2 regiments of renowned, 3 normal, total of 5. That's what I personally prefer. We've got a bit of a mixed match of archers, really experienced crossbowmen, and regiments of renowned. We haven't got the perfect artillery build, in my opinion, which would be 5 Hellstorm rocket batteries. They're just quite expensive. And he's on this war campaign, Karl Franz, so it's going to be a little while before he can recruit back in the Empire. But we do have 1 unit of Hellstorm rocket batteries. Unfortunately, due to the thick forest that's sort of protecting the front of it, we're not going to get all the best shots off. But here we go. Check out this amazing settlement. Artillery's bombarding. Artillery's really awesome in this game, particularly for the value for money. But here is Bretonia. What a gorgeous looking settlement. Nice. So our army is actually deploying from the other side, so we are going to be able to attack from over there. Alright, so Karl Franz is getting stuck into the thick of it. Now we do have to be a little bit careful because they have some of the best cavalry in the game, Bretonia. But thankfully we're only fighting the garrison, so it shouldn't be too overly difficult. But if we keep things up, we should be able to take the city with ease. Not the hardest battle, but it's culturally significant to see Karl Franz conquering and fighting and battling in the streets of Bretonia. Alright, let's move my light wizard up. I do want to try and get more access to more wizards, but we are still pretty early in the game. Now, I've moved my archers up. Once we put them on the walls, they're going to be able to rain skirmish fire, arrows and bolts with impunity upon the Bretonia inhabitants. They have built some barricades, but it's very minimal. The gateway has fallen, and our infantry are now in, and we're bringing more reinforcements day by day. Oh, our reinforcements have arrived, and they're going to attack from the far side here. So I guess we'll just grab everyone, and we'll try and push up towards this gateway. Look at that. That is a beautiful shot. Check out that. Screenshot that. Shit, that looks so good. I do quite like the architecture of Bretonia. It looks sick. I do find it amazing that the modders in the Total War Attila 1212 AD mod were able to actually port some of these buildings over to that game. It's kind of crazy what modders can do. I can't wait as well for the rest of the community to get your hands on this. Can't wait to see what the modders do, which you might actually have access to by the time this video comes out. But hey, still down to do more Total War Warhammer 3 content on the channel. But this is going to be a long and juicy Empire campaign. So if you are enjoying it, support it, and I'll do more episodes. But so far we're doing daily episodes of this Empire campaign. And it's a lot of fun. I love playing as the Empire. Some people give me shit because it's like, dude, why are you playing as the Empire? There's literally like 80 legendary lords you can play. I do find that quite funny. I know, I like playing as humans. Because I'm human, I like to play from this perspective. I don't know. Okay. So, most of the garrison is now in a retreat. It's mostly just the heavies now holding. Karl Franz is taking a little bit of a battering. I am being hyper aggressive with good old Karl, just chucking him into the thick of it. But he is taking a little bit of a battering. In the battle against Vlad von Karstein, he inflicted quite significant damage as well. But everyone else is doing fine. The Grey Swords are slowly but surely gaining ground, inch by inch, as they engage Bretonian cavalry and the rest of the remaining garrison infantry. Our archers are currently on the walls as well, but they are actually getting countered by arrow towers and a trebuchet unit as well, which is hitting us cleanly. So hopefully we can try and neutralize that and stop that from ultimately firing against me. Because it's actually done a lot of damage in combination with arrow fire there. But we're 99... Yeah, there we go. 99% now controlled towards victory, and they've capitulated. 300 men lost, which is a bit, seeing as the garrison just deployed 1,000. Karl Franz ends the battle with the most kills being the MVP. The mortars were able to get 100 each because they were able to arc their shots. And a decisive victory. The heart and capital of Bretonia has fallen. That will really slow down their military production efficiency. And look at this. This is quite a built-up settlement. Crikey. Oh, wow. A lot of investment here as well. Nice. And we are going to be able to get high-quality wizards from their capital now. Yeah. Although it's not law-friendly, but it's always... If you can take out Bretonia as the Empire, it's always worth it, because their lands are just so good. And you can avoid going against your own elect accounts. Alright, welcome to the top of the turn. 60 turns into the Let's Play now. Alright, so... let's bring all of the marchers firmly under Imperial control. Nice. And we also have a port now on the doorsteps of Ulthuan. Hope we can get trade with the High Elves. Back in Altdorf, we're still a little bit away before we can get wizards, but we want to do that at some point. I think we actually probably get them here, matter of fact. Which one is it? Yeah. A wizard's conclave. We might be able to get... We might be better off to get our wizards being recruited from Bretonia, if you know what I mean. Confederation offered. Who's this? The Golden Empire. Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Confederation we want. Balthazar, Gelt, and Karl Franz back together. the boy band's back together. Hell yeah. Oh, we definitely needed that. Well, he's actually on the border there with the Wood Elves. Maybe he saw Wood Elf incursion. Oh, God, how's he doing? So what's he got down? Oh, dude, he has really expanded far south past Blackfire Pass. He's moved into Border Prince territory. Oh, wow. We are hemorrhaging heaps of cash, though. Is that Sartosa? Yeah. He also has the vaults. He's got a bunch of agents, though. Oh, Ryan might have been attacking him. That's not good. Because we are all with Dirtha. It's probably only a matter of time before the rest of the Wood Elves probably join against me. So, we have to probably... reduce some of this expenditure. And it's probably mostly going to come in the form of agents. We don't need an army here in Pitdorf, as particularly when there's like 2 agents. I might try and leave the agents till last, because they do cost quite a bit, about 300 per turn, but they are worth keeping as many of them as you can, embedding them in armies. So I think we start off with, there's like 2 armies here that are quite small. Looking at Balthazar Gelt's army, not too bad. Maybe a little bit better than what I expected. He's ranked 15, which is good. But now he can probably start a southern push against the Wood Elves. So if we reduce these 2 armies, what are we looking at? At a negative. Because we kind of need this army to go after Dirthu. Here is Gelt, by the way. And here are his stats. Okay. Not too bad. I kind of wish we had the mod where we could reset everything. Alright, so I suppose we make Gelt the elector count of his own lands. Like, why not? I would imagine that would piss him off if we took it and gave it to someone else. So we need to try and stop this attack at Grunberg. I suppose we force march, because we're not going to be able to get there if we manually walk on in. And we'll get the garrison of Grunberg on news of the army rocking up to help to attack. Okay, good. That's pushed them back. So thankfully Grunberg did not fall, because we were able to mobilize an army with Vladimir van Horstman. Very strong imperial name. That's what I like. Van Horstman. Yeah. All right, let's move you back up to Fort Sol. And I suppose we'll try and move as many of these agents in. At least one of the... Right. So we can't get any allied recruitment. We get some bloody ogres. But we're currently hemorrhaging cash. I don't think we need that now. Alright, so what's going on here? We probably have to attack this. I suppose we move south. Alright, now... I believe this has been a little bit contested territory. This has gone back and forth. A lot of vampiric corruption here. So we should be able to loot and occupy. That will actually stop our negative debt. We were at war with the Red Duke, but there was a quick peace treaty with him. But no, you never can trust a fucking vampire, can you? Quote me. Never trust a vampire. Anyway, let's move Karl south, because they might actually retake Artus. Alright, do we go after the Wood Elves here? Jeez, -4. That Confederation, although we've basically spawned a couple armies with Gelt, particularly in the south, we are going to be negatively affected overall. Yeah, we'll fight this one. We'll try and take back Montfort. And hopefully we can be successful. Alright, so it's going to be an open field battle. And most of them are deploying from the top left. Okay, so we'll try and match our units there. So this army is a little bit weaker. Nowhere near as many regiments of renown. However, we still have artillery supremacy in the form of our mortars. But we've got to be super careful against the Wood Elves. Them and the vampires, I would say, are probably the hardest factions for the Empire to face. Like, it kind of sucks that they have war decked me, because the Wood Elves are it's complicated because they're densely forest territory. We're not going to be able to really get all the benefits from. It kind of sucks. The AI has been hyper-aggressive. We've been war-decked by so many factions. We're actually fighting a lot of defensive wars, which is interesting. We never declared war upon Bretonia. We only acted on Artus when they attacked me. I think the vampires... I think we've been fighting defensive wars this entire time. We're only defending ourselves. We have the right to self-defense. We haven't had an offensive war except for, like... Marienburg, that was quite offensive, and like the Norscan tribes in the north. Alright, so we crushed her, so we can actually end the battle here if we want to, but I actually don't. I would rather them come into the battlefield in a worse position. But it's just like their archers, heavy hitting, their aerial capabilities, their monsters as well. So, this is probably a really big test. Also, I've played this battle after taking a bunch of attrition going through the former vampiric lands of the Barrow Legion. We lost men trying to cross the mountain pass, but our archers and crossbows are fully fit, and already, look at this, taking a little bit of an impact of damage. Even their magical abilities as well. Their Glade Warriors are sick, so expect this excursion into the deep wood to cost many Empire lives, and ultimately a war I don't really want to do, but hey, you've attacked me. We'll try, and the best way to go for peace is just to beat them into submission, and then we'll recalibrate. So we're fighting on a war on two fronts. I suppose us doing so much damage and carnage against Bretonia, the Wood Elves thought to try and save them. Now our mortars are going to do a lot of damage against their treekin. But yeah, the Wood Elves roster is really, really good. Probably like one of the best, like, near us in the continent. But hopefully we can prevail. The vampiric influence has really fallen off in the old world. But there's still a bunch of Wood Elf influence, because there's that, like, Wood Elf enclave in the north, isn't there? So we've got to watch out for them. Like, do you know that, like, between the Norscan border? It's around the Black Hills. Yeah, the sort of the Misty Hills, or whatever it's called. The Black Pit, that's what I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to remember the place off the top of my head. And we've also got Dry Itch as well. Okay, so thankfully they have deployed on in quite narrowly, and my mortars are having an absolute field day here. Luckily, Rizard, my general, is mounted on, I guess, Deathclaw's sibling. I don't know. What if they all hatched together? Oh, what? Oh, okay. He's capitulated. That's not good. We need to get him out of there. He's got a lot of health. I just think he must have withdrew, essentially because of terror and fear. Okay, our great swords are holding for now. Thankfully, we actually have lopsided, probably with skirmishes in this, so we're actually kind of trading with their superior archers. It's a little bit back and forth, 50-50 I'd say. We've managed to get our gunners and pistoliers with a little bit of high ground, because those bad boys are really going to try and break them down. But this is way, way too close to call. I can't wait to look at the casualties sustained and inflicted. Alright, you've actually recovered. Oh, thank God. So move you back behind our friendly lines. Because making sure your Aurora's still strong. We still want those leadership bonuses. Yeah, I think you just like got a bit scared. Right, we actually outnumber them by about 400, but we've still lost significantly. Come on, just need to hold out that little bit. Our mortars are halfway through our ammunition dump. Come on, just keep on going. Target these guys at the back. Our front lines are both wavering. We've even got archers capitulating. Maybe we just need to go after general. Oh, nice. We've somehow pulled it away there. Oh my god, that was way too close for me. For my liking. But we're going to be able to retake Montfort and throw back at least one full Wood Elf full stack. Now we've got to be a little bit careful here because they are retreating quite well. We just want to try and run down as many of them as we can. However, we lack any cavalry in this build, so we're going to have to allow our archers slash artillery in our general unit just to try and run down as many of them as we can. Like, really focus on those tree kin, because facing them again is going to be really tough. But nice, we got the W. 644. Yeah, so we actually outnumbered them closer to 500. The mortars did really well. 100 apiece. The great swords, even at half health, got 122 kills. Crikey, that is a very, very good result. Alrighty, well, we'll continue this war against the Wood Elves, and we'll try and wrap up the rest of what will be the Bretonian resistance now, and we want to put fully our capabilities in bringing Durthu down. So we're not even going to take Montfort until we siege it out. We might need to get some more reinforcements. Anyway, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 6 of the Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires, the Empire campaign. Stay tuned for episode 7 coming out at the exact same time tomorrow, where we're going to be continuing this campaign. Hope you're enjoying it. I still am, having an absolute blast, and long may it continue. Stay tuned for more Warhammer 3 on the channel. My name has been Simpzy. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.